Hey folks, it's Rob. Welcome back. We're continuing the game. We're in Sector 5. We're about to do our engage with the main plot element, which is here for this sector, at least for the time while we're here. We do have a side quest where they want us to travel to this Borg cube, steal some of the Borg cube, and bring it all the way back over here. That's not a short trip. We may not be interested in doing that. As much as it is intriguing to get into the Borg stuff. There's also a small science project to do here, which I do want to do. We are pretty okay on resources, so I'm inclined to do the science mission just to make sure I get that out of the way. Okay, we repaired the battery compartment and dismantled a ruined room. And we've researched metaphasic shield room. Excellent, excellent, oh, excellent. Okay, enter the ship. I need to select a new research target. We do have 100 research, so we can do that. Sciences we're researching at level 3 at the moment. So, sensor array level. Let's see. Large hydroponic bay. Advanced lighting module reduces the energy cost of the hydroponic bays. That could be quite useful. That's a level 2 of the bio laboratory. Field studies is more XP for my heroes. I do like that because I need to level them. The waste disassembler produces deuterium or duranium from organic or inorganic waste. Does one or the other, is my understanding. The advanced lighting module strikes me as good because it lowers the energy upkeep of something I have 3 units running, and energy is deuterium. I have to constantly get more deuterium. I'm going to begin that research. So the battery compartment's fixed. Good. We're full on our duranium. I should probably instruct doing something else before we do that. I could repair the holodeck. That'll require some material investment. I don't need to activate it right away, but I would like to have that, fixed. Let's see what it would take to build a metaphasic shield room. Let's see here. So, okay, that's 2 decks. 6. Interesting. And 12 power, 7 crew. And I'll need 2 more bile gel packs before I can put her in. So I have time to plan. I'm gonna need an up and down. And it needs to be 3 wide. There's a number of ways I could accommodate that. Interestingly, if I cleared out one of the emergency quarters, and cleared out this room, I could drop it in over here. And that's not a terrible idea, because that would fill out that, like that. And there'd be a little bit of room there right now, but I'd have more room coming up. And I could move an emergency quarter in to cover for it. So I could do that first. Or I could drop in a regular crew quarter. Regular crew quarter does take more power and more space for less crew. I'm going to just stick with the emergency one right now. Alright. That's my ship crew doing their stuff. And that's all my research gone, so we definitely need to get some more. Offer some of the scientists to join the crew. I don't want to do that. Ask for an exchange of scientific knowledge. I do want to do that. Okay, 40 science points. Excellent. That saves me quite a bit of time. Right. I think we're going to move forward with the main quest because I don't really need to gather anything right now. The battery is actually full despite being recently repaired. Sweet. This is the trade caravan. We need to get so we go to it so we can repair the warp core. We need to gather vertium cortinide, whatever the heck that is. So hey, Talaxian buddies. Okay, we got the holodeck repaired. I'm going to enter the ship real quick. I'm going to clear that, but I'm going to shut that off because I can't afford the power right now. Why can't I afford the power right now? Well, two reasons. Main engineering. The warp core is damaged. So, although it says integrity now, is full. But, we're working, right? Also, I don't have the unlock for Tier 3 yet, which I need to do. So, and that's something else I'll have to research. In fact, let's go and look. If I want, it's probably in engineering. Let's see. Warp core efficiency. Improved deuterium to energy conversion. That would be quite nice. Efficient design. Maybe it's on level 4. Bussard collectors level 3 would also be nice. Warp field diagnostics. So, no, I don't see the tech there. Is it in science? We were just looking at science and I didn't see it there. Transporter level 3, energy dissipator. What's an energy dissipator? Disables all energy systems. Oh, okay. Combat, maybe? I doubt it's in combat. Phasers, shield generators, hull reinforcement, regenerative shielding. Maneuvering thrusters is interesting. Victory celebration, emergency force fields. Reduce the chance of crew getting injured during combat. We like that. Enhanced structural integrity field. Sure. Salvage protocols, hull reinforcement, regenerative shielding, torpedo enhancements. Where do I get a drive enhancement to move up the drive level? Huh. Well, I don't know. Because I just don't see it. Well, we'll come back to that another time. It's probably not interesting for me to go digging around looking. Management. Upgrade. Unlocks Warp Core Tech 03. Oh, so I just upgrade from here? Okay. I mean, I can do that once I have a work crew free. We do have the resources to cover that. I have the dilithium. We might do that. Alright. Let's do this. Captain Convoy Leader on screen. Name's Laxeth. State your business. Captain Janeway, I'll cut to the chase. We're looking for vertium cortinide. Our convoy was raided by K's on Nistrim. They stole all our vertium cortinide. If you'll excuse me, I have a convoy to rebuild. What a coincidence. Kulla is putting obstacles in our way again. Maybe it's time to seek him out for once. So, okay, now I guess I'm done in this sector. Wait until Janeway calls a meeting to discuss the next step. So I'm just doing whatever. Okay. Any food in this sector? There's no food in this sector. That's unfortunate. I guess we'll go scoop some fuel. A Kazon fighter, a Vidian interceptor. Both of those people are people I'm interested well enough in blowing up. Let's kill some time. Okay, I got that emergency quarters built. I can tear down this one then, because we can dismantle it. That'll take 2 turns. I will need to clear a little more room to make this plan work. So we'll do that first. Okay. Alright. Hail the Kazon and demand they leave the Trabe ship alone. Beam the Trabe to our ship for asylum, leaving their vessel behind. We can totally do that. Yeah, a small Trabe vessel has been attacked and cornered in an asteroid field by a group of Kazon ships. Trabe hail us, offering to give us all our resources they have on board if we can help them. I mean, I'm happy to help. Intimidate the Kazon so they leave the Trabe ship alone. Yeah. Bugger off. There we go. Plenty of spillover. 200 morale. Awesome. Like all of that. Thank you. What's this? Waste disassembler. Lieutenant Lonnie. Captain, my analysis of the waste system shows we're jettisoning valuable materials. I propose that we build a waste disassembler. This facility would break down refuse at a subatomic level, yielding critical raw materials like deuterium for fuel and duranium for hull repairs. This will turn our waste into a continuous resource stream vital for Voyager's self-sufficiency. So I need to research and build a waste disassembler within 60 cycles. You know, I'm not sure we can meet that time scale without getting a lot more research in. Because we'll need to research the tier for the waste disassembler in engineering. And then I'll need to research the tech itself. Even if I had the research points available right now, I think that's 36 cycles. And I don't have that available. And then I have to build the waste disassembler. I'm afraid, Lieutenant Lonnie, I'm not going to be able to do this right now. Minus 50 morale. Thank you so much. Because, yeah, if I go to the tech, I think it's in the engineering here. Or was that in science? If it was in science, I'm dumb. It is in science. I'm more confident we'd be able to get enough research points together to be able to unlock that. But I need to get 100. Admittedly, I'm like not even halfway there. But we can probably get more points from somewhere along the way. Well, so much for being dumb. Let's see. I have a spare work crew at the moment. So do I not need to get the stuff to fix the core anymore? I guess not. Boy, that extra efficiency would be nice. But, you know, tier 3 could be nice too. It means we would burn through fuel faster when we're up on tier 3, but I'd have enough power to run the whole holodeck. You know, that'd be nice for morale. Okay, well, anyway. I'm assuming I shouldn't leave the system at the moment, because something I need to do is probably going to be here. I don't really want to recruit more crew right now. Every crew member is someone you got to feed, right? And house. And there's not like lots of space on board the ship. In fact, I'm planning on reducing the available space slightly. But We can make a bit of a... No, I'm clearing a space as well. If I'm clearing a space, I'm going to get more duranium. The tritanium's full. There's really nothing much for me to do here other than standing around burning resources. If I go on a long trip, I can't abort the trip either. Let's head back here. Okay, we waited long enough for the ruined room to be clear. And Janeway's calling me. Okay. So I want to build in this little space right here after we clear this away. So dismantle that, please. I'll take your call now. Kulla and Seska have chased us long enough. This ends now. Not for the Verdium, not for revenge, but because we have a mission. We have a home to reach. Bold. In that case, we should strengthen our defensive and offensive capabilities. And I agree, Lieutenant Nunez. Laxeth may be willing to help us if we help them with repairs, though it could take a while. Speaking of reinforcements, I propose building a holographic ship projector to make it appear as though we have backup. Holographic ship projector unlocked in the science tech tree. Okay. A similar idea, we could use the deflector grid to create echo displacements. Kazon sensors would pick up the whole fleet. They just have to leave before realizing it's an illusion. I like the sound of all that. Send a hero to ask Laxeth for help. I'm not opposed. Oh yeah, see, Chakotay left for insane reasons, and so now I have this bald dude here. I think his name is McCullough. He doesn't say much. You can notice my bridge officers are generally replaced as well, because except for Tom Paris and Harry, because, well, Tuvok and Neelix are now Tuviks, and B'Elanna Torres is still B'Elanna Torres, but Klingon B'Elanna Torres and human B'Elanna Torres. And they don't seem to show up as readily as the original B'Elanna would be. Beats me why. You know, I like sending a hero. And about the Talaxians. I can't send Neelix, because I don't have a Neelix. I can send Tom Paris, or I can send Harry Kim. Sending Tom Paris on a away mission strikes me as the thing to do. He's our best pilot, and we'll start preparing for confrontation. So, Lieutenant Zillis is now my Deputy Flight Control Officer. With Lieutenant Tom Paris currently unavailable, his duties as Flight Control Officer will be temporarily covered by Lieutenant Zillis. All these replacement officers are nowhere near as good as my regular officers because they just don't show up for anything. I've had a saboteur on my ship for all this time. You think my Chief Security Officer would have something to say about that, but no. Anyhow, with Lieutenant Tom Paris currently unavailable, his duties as Flight Control Officer will be temporarily covered by Lieutenant Zillis. This highly capable officer truly believes in Starfleet's organized approach. He's a bit of a stickler for protocol, but you can always count on him on his by-the-book precision. Lieutenant Zillis was part of the original Starfleet crew aboard Voyager when it launched. His presence will ensure a seamless transition. According to Starfleet Regulation 34, subsection Beta, when in doubt, consult the manual. It's rarely wrong. Lieutenant Zillis. Well, okay, Lieutenant Zillis, thank you for joining us. So I can research the holographic ship projector in the science tech tree and explore the other systems of the sector. Okay, so we do have to like kind of go, oh, are we a distress signal ambush? Right, time to blow up a Kazon Raider. Oh, I gotta should pick somebody to do something over here. B'Elanna can shield overcharge. Increases Voyager's maximum shield capacity by 5% until the end of combat. Effect is stackable. Alright. It's probably not as good as Tom's ability to kind of just evade all damage for a period of time, but, you know, this sounds good. What are your orders, Captain? Alright. as usual, go for the shields to start.
Starboard side, Captain.
Get in position, and we will start whaling on it.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
And
Ability
one.
ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Oh yeah. Okay, the shields are destroyed. Let's take out those engines. And we win. Okay. We split our take with our ally. Still get a nice bit. A lot of excess, frankly. But that's okay. Let's see. Now the ship has a spare work crew, I think, for the moment. So we're going to go back to repairing the hull. Once this is clear, we'll put in our new shield generator. And with extensive shield power, we shouldn't have to worry about hull repairs much more in the future. So I need to explore other systems in the sector. Might as well hit this one before we hit this one. It's half the distance. So, okay, that's that. Emergency quarters clear, and now we can build metaphasic shield room. Oh, I don't have the vial generator. I need 2 more of these. And that means it's going to be a bit. I can apply a hero. Alright, Balana. You can reduce my production time. That'll be highly useful. Yeah, the hydroponics bay can't support a hero. I don't think the cargo bays can either. Science laboratory can. What does the hero in a science in this position do? So I don't really need Harry. Oh yeah, it reduces my research rate considerably. Should be doing that all along. Right. Captain, the occurrences of deliberate tampering are increasing ship-wide. Emergency quarters got damaged. Yeah. Odd how that is. If only I had a security officer who would take some interest in any of this. Right, so that's that bit fixed. We are losing hull. My navigational deflector is up and going. Carry. Okay, we can take less damage. We have a hero in there. I'm receiving a Kazon Nistrum distress signal from the system. It could be a trap. Yeah, it could be. Might as well scan. So far, so... Oh, that's right. It's this one. Okay. There we go. All right. All right, back to ship functions. Do I want to use some of my resources to upgrade the warp core right now? If I wanted to. It doesn't require any biogel packs. That was really what I was concerned about, because I don't need to run the core at 3 to have it upgraded to 3. Hopefully we don't actually have to like take the core offline or anything to do that, like we took the deflector generator offline. Oh, we're in an asteroid field. That's fun. We can get out of the asteroid field, but maybe we'll come back. We could hit this up, then start heading back again. So, I mean, I don't really care what the Nistrim do or suffer. Kazon can go blow. I do not have enough research to research a tier 3 tech. Is that holographic generator? Where is that? So that strikes me as a new tech. It's probably not crew, right? Admittedly, I should probably be investing some effort in the crew as well. Do you guide me here? Optional research holographic ship projector in science tech tree. Okay, it's in science. All right. Holographic ship projector. There it is. Well, I need 70 for that. I have 58. Okay. So we will have enough tech to do that soon. I'll hold off to do that on as the next research. Main engineering has been upgraded. Okay, enter the ship. So we're still here at tier 2. And yeah, now it shows damage. So while I could upgrade to that, it's not able to. Okay. That's fine. I had resources to spend. Continue digging rooms. Okay. Kazon carrier. This is the Borg cube they wanted us to come look at. Food is kind of fine. Is this a trade station? Yeah. Neat. They also have a repair bay here. Could be handy. I don't know when I get Tom Paris back. This could get tricky. That said, let's see. We're going to need some fuel while we're here. And I could use more duranium. Which does exist. I do want to stay away from the asteroid belt. If I can do so. There is food here. And fuel on the outside. And I can just live without the duranium, I guess. Food. We're okay for now. Gonna need the deuterium first, actually. Alright, let's go here. Alright, so that room's dismantled. It gives me a little more duranium. Have that crew clear the last spot on this deck. It's a turbo lift on the other side. And nothing over here. Okay. More deliberate tampering. More emergency quarters are damaged. Okay. I don't need... No, I do need the room. That's 12 people homeless. Okay. Engineering office. Unassign. Fix this, please. Someone keeps leaving a deuce in the toilet. Really messes up the sink, you know. Lost starship. Captain, we're receiving a hail from an unidentified vessel requesting assistance. Well, let's give them navigation data. We get 530 fuel, which is fine. Keeps us topped off. This is another distress signal. Emergency landing. Small Talaxian ship has been destroyed. Sensors indicate crew managed to escape in a single shuttle, which is now stranded on a desolate moon with its life support failing. They are asking for rescue with no ship to return to. I'd have to pick up the crew. Signal? What signal? I didn't get no signal. Okay. Got that fixed. Got that sorted. I could tear that down just to put the thing over here, but then why am I even doing that if I'm probably going to I need to replace the space anyway. If it was just a matter of the space, I'd bring those crew aboard, but it's also the food, which is using a lot of deuterium at the moment, or would use a lot of food. I need food for my biogel pack production. We will have the next biogel pack in 6 cycles, in which case I can then build the new shield generator. Alright, send it away, team. So, surprisingly little tech comes up in this mission. Tom's away, so I can't send Tom. There's Fed options. Somehow Tuvix lost all his Fed ability when he became Tuvix. Right now I have basically just Carrie who can do that. Fortunately, Carrie's not worthless in the sense of, like, you can also do Tech, which only comes up to once. It would give us an option. He doesn't have a special ability either. Carrie's not great that way. Balana, human, fills in a few slots, and I like that. Balana, Klingon, fills those 2 slots. And if I send Carrie along, he's got those 3 options covered. And we need to start leveling Carrie anyway. Which is partly why he kind of sucks. But between him and Balana, we should be able to tech our way out of, you know, the Balanas. We should be able to tech our way out of anything. Captain, we're on the cube now, but it seems we're stuck. The only door we found is shut tight. How should we proceed? So I can phaser my way in. That's not great. We can restart the local circuit to operate the door mechanism. That's not great. We can find an alternative way in. That's also not great. These all suck. I like science for the reward. This is the low risk option. Someone could get hurt on this or this. I can make use of the tritanium and the deuterium. Like I said, science is more valuable to me. Alright, human Balana, you got this. Yay! Way team rewires energy conduits and sends a weak impulse into the local circuit. They successfully restart the door mechanism, causing it to open. Right, we're in. Captain, an active security scan traverses the area. It could trigger an immediate alarm. What are your orders? Oh, we are so underskilled for this. So, option 1, suck. Option 2, fail. Actually, I probably have that reversed. Because this is actually more along the lines of suck versus this being fail. Unfortunately, this would go a little better if human Balana wasn't fatigued. And we're going to be doing the same thing the next round. They're both risk 1. I guess we're rolling the bones. It's a head flip. It's a coin flip. We fail. Hypospade causes an unexpected biological reaction, briefly disorienting and slightly injuring the team. Security stand registers a disturbance but does not trigger direct alarm. Team can proceed but is now more cautious. So yeah, now human Balana is also injured. Captain, there are a lot of inactive drones here. Maybe we can acquire valuable information if we examine them. Should we risk it? You know, this is just not... No. This is at least a reasonable chance. Admittedly, there's no reward, but... Carry, God... Pushing some of them out of the way. Eerie sight leaves them feeling disturbed as they continue to search for the field generator. So, okay, morale drop. And now Carrie's tired. Well, Captain, your electric field generator is connected to the cube and looks rather delicate. How shall we proceed? This is the highest science reward and also probably our least chance of success. This, I can do that. Disconnect generator from its power conduits. Gives me 24 science, the doohickey, and some more deuterium. And a chance of a critical success. So, I like that. Let's do that. Regular success. Boy, team fails not really letting me down today. The away team identifies the energy conduits that lead to the field generator. They disconnect them one by one, carefully shutting down the generator and retrieve it. Team beams back to Voyager to deliver it to Fraser and her colonists, who are the people who asked for this thing. Way back in the first system of this sector. But there's some XP for you, Carrie. And, yeah, good to see you getting some level. So, now that we've done that, we can return to the Class M planet way over here. We also still have this on our itinerary. Now, basically, I need to decide, is there anything else I really want to do here before we leave? So, with that extra research, that's great. We can start research now on the holographic ship projector, which unlocks the Doctor's combat ability. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Ship-wise, we're still waiting for that 4th gel pack. Traveling to the repair station means traveling into the asteroid field and damaging the ship further. We're nearly fully repaired right now. That strikes me as dumb. Let's grab some food and maybe leave. So, yeah, we'll use our knowledge. Of course. 10 crew sick. Well done. Well done, everybody. Amazing. Not my day, I guess. Anyhow. Moving forward. I would like to have more resources than I have on board currently, but you know what? I'm not going to make any trips into the asteroid field for them. The bit of food that's still in this system is on the far side of the system. I could hit that deuterium on the way out, I guess, but I don't really see a need to. Let's go back to the sector and travel back to this system. Plasma conduit overload. Hey, there's Commander McGinnis. That's his name. Captain, we've taken a massive hit. A sudden surge, likely from that substation, has caused a plasma conduit overload. Multiple ruptures are reported. Some rooms are severely damaged and offline. They'll require immediate repair and resources. So 3 rooms are damaged. One of my hydroponics bays. Torpedo launch bay. Holodeck. Okay. Well, let's get the launch bay back up and running. 3 cycles to get the torpedo bay back online. Engineering, I need that team to work on this hydroponic bay. Please fix that. The holodeck was offline anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I strongly suspect we're going to need to be able to launch a torpedo at some point. What's this? Oh, this is the sector view. That's not the system view. Right. Fortunately, I have enough idlers to deal with the fact that we had 10 crew down. I need to get out of this asteroid field. Well, if I go to the titanium site, we can do that first. Enter the ship. We have the bits I want to start building this shield generator I really want. And we're going to get that, what I want. What do you mean I'm missing resource? I'm missing duranium. Okay. Because I've had to refix things. Because they take duranium when you fix them. The holodeck is going to remain offline for the time being, because I don't need it right now. I can't shut down this deck because I put concorders into it. We are using less power than we were, because we have more efficient hydroponics bays. These 3 bays here are generating food for me on a every 10 cycle basis. They generate 50. So that basically, this minus 26 is really more like minus 11, but it's okay. What am I going to do? To get more duranium, I would need to clear a deck. To clear a deck means expending gel packs. Or I have to have them basically just functionally idle for a bit. I can... and repairing the hull also takes duranium. Alright, the launch bay is fixed. And... I mean, I guess that'll do. Just have them idle for the time being. There's duranium here. I can go there. Well, we've researched a holographic shield projector. I'm not sure how that works. But I don't... Well, I have 74. I probably want to save up for 100, but let's review. I mean, crew level 2 could be useful. Combat level 2 is probably more useful. Improved phaser fire rate strikes me as very nice. And to get there, I need to do this. Okay. Better than the bay idling at the moment. Okay. So, yeah, I'm here. It's an ambush. Great. Let's blow them up. I like blowing them up. I like blowing them up a lot.
What are your orders, Captain?
Boy, do I have a tactic set up.
Captain.
So, when Spalona's thing comes up, I should automatically do that.
Ability
There
ready,
we go. And,
Ability ready,
Harry, we need you to do your thing, and then Tuvok, you do your thing. Tuvix.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields ability ready, Captain.
Right. And that takes care of that. Some titanium, some duranium, some morale. Good. And we got the titanium for the node. Let's grab this duranium. I want to get this project underway before we actually get involved with this Kazon Raider wreck over here. More tampering. More emergency quarters damaged. Which one this time? That one. Okay. Fix it up. If only I had some kind of security personnel on board. Still need more duranium. Right. Abandoned structure. Captain, we detected traces of metal on this planet's surface. There's an old structure nearby. The decay suggests it has been abandoned for quite some time. We could salvage the structure, Captain. Well, beam parts of the structure on board actually looks pretty good. It's slightly more return. The risk is a little deeper on the end, but the reward is much stronger. We'll go for that. Excellent. That got me exactly what I wanted. Let's start the work on the project. So once we have it built, they can't take it away from me. There we go. It's going to be 11 cycles to build. Right. I could do what? Well, I don't strictly need anything else at the moment, although I could use fuel. I have enough fuel for the moment. I have for 11 cycles. So this is currently 5 away. That is 3 in the opposite direction. So if I go 3 plus 8, that's 11. Oh, that's getting close. And that's 9 cycles away total. Hit this now, then swing back. Hit this now. All right. Running out of fuel is a huge pain, and we don't want to do that. So, scan the system for station for leftover resources, or destroy part of the station with a torpedo. I like this one better. Alright. And now we're full up on titanium. And we got a good store of deuterium in. So that's good. I think we're ready to go in... well, there's some duranium right here. I'm going to grab that. Yeah, just safely search this station. Thank you. Oh, dilithium. Nice. And let's head here. Items research, combat tier 2. Okay, so that's unlocks combat tier 2. I don't have enough to start doing anything else at the moment, though. We'll need 70 to undo anything to do anything in that tier. So I'll just have to wait. 2 more cycles for my metaphasic shield room, though. So we'll have that very shortly. There we go. Right, so if I turn that on now, that's too much power, I'm pretty sure. Is it? No, we have 6 spare at the moment. Sweet. Metaphasic shield room. Ba-bam. What's our combat look like? 155 now. Sweet. That should be a lot of shield points between this, this, and this. We'll start fixing the holodeck, I guess. And, okay. Can't we reach our destination? Orders? Well, let's do it. Voyager discovers a Kazon shuttle drifting aimlessly in space. The ship is damaged and eerily silent. Is this a derelict vessel or a trap set by Seska and Kulla? Voyager approaches cautiously, wary of what they might find. One life sign, Captain. Critical. Okay, so we don't have the Vidian surgical device, and we don't have a nucleogenic biobed. We're going to perform emergency surgery. Beam them directly to sickbay. I'll start with surgical procedures. Captain, the patient is conscious and requesting to speak with you. He's displaying a significant rise in red blood cell production, which I can't explain. I'm Tyrna. Thanks for saving me. Oh, you're a human bomb. I remember you. Freaking bad hair aliens. You're part of Kulla's crew, aren't you? He just abandoned me. He and that vicious woman. I'll take you to them. They'll be at your mercy. I want to watch Kulla suffer. I don't really trust you. I do want to get through this. I don't trust you. That sounds too good to be true. Security escort him to the brig. Sesko was right about you. You're insufferable. Yeah. Detonation. As security is escorting Tyrna to the brig, a subtle shift in the demeanor goes unnoticed. He fiddles with his sleeve. His breathing becomes rapid and shallow, his body trembling almost imperceptibly. Then, without further warning, a blinding flash erupts. A concussive force rips through the corridor. The ship groans under the strain as debris flies, and the crew members are thrown to their feet. Hull, -50. Mess hall, damaged. Cargo bay, damaged. 5 crew injured. 5 crew severely injured. Boom. Report. Tyrna detonated. Casualty and damage reports coming in. The Kazon's body was a bomb. A living bomb. The red blood cells were a sign. Kulla, we have to stop this. Kulla, I mean, that should be Kulla. We have to stop this. Search the shuttle and start repairs. The shuttle logs contained rendezvous coordinates, but they were broadcast to several Nistrim vessels. Then we're walking into something big. Helm, set a course. Okay. So, my mess hall's shot. Everyone's living on emergency rations right now. I'm going to need a repair crew to fix that. On a sign from the hull, which I also need fixed. Fix the mess hall. I need that cargo bay back. I don't know what it was doing. It was duranium storage. Okay, at least I didn't need duranium storage right now. I can pull you and fix this. And at least that's the worst of it. Right. So, sector-wise, yeah, it's go on to here. I was just there. I could do this errand. Actually, I need fuel, don't I? I have only, well, this is like, there's a couple fuel stops still here, but this one's an asteroid field. This one's on the far side of the system. So those are the only fuel left in this stop. I don't recall what I left behind in this system. On the positive side, with the mess hall down, nobody's eating any of the deuterium because no one's running any replicators. But that's a very temporary situation. We will have the mess hall back up in 3 cycles. So annoying. So very annoying. I guess we'll grab the safe fuel from here. That is 11 cycles away. So I'm going to burn most of my fuel to get over here just so I can top off my fuel resources from a shipwreck. Doesn't strike me as super smart, but it's smarter than running the ship through a pile of asteroids. Or we go this way. Because this way is 12 cycles, this way is 8 cycles. All right, we'll do this. So that's that cargo bay fixed. And the mess hall is repaired, so it'll hand out emergency rations at least, which, well, no, we're getting, I'm probably going to stick with emergency rations, honestly. I need the power. We haven't fixed it yet, though, but we'll have it fixed soon enough. Right. All right, now it's up and repaired. And yeah, you can just enjoy emergency rations right now because I am annoyed. And yeah, I don't want to burn the power right now. Well, the deuterium. I need the range. More damage! Yay! Science laboratory's been damaged. Do it? Well, why not? Yeah, let's fix that too. Yay! Yeah, I've got science laboratory back up and running. Okay, so there is fuel in the system. This one's just inside the asteroid belt at least, so it's not like immediately me just running into it. I do need to restart repairs. And, right. Let's grab the deuterium first. Risk a shuttle. I'm going to risk a shuttle. Excellent. That gets us plenty of fuel to be up and running again. Guess what, everybody? Food's back on the menu. Awesome. Let's go and deal with the Kazon Raider. Because what else am I doing? I am not really doing much else here. I'm functionally waiting for things to happen. And I need this, like, main plot line to come to a head. Of course, the entire trip is through the asteroid field. Why wouldn't it be? Let's whole 180. Yeah, we can go ahead. It's definitely Kulla's Raider, Captain. He's not alone. I'm picking up several Kazon ships. We're outnumbered. We're ready. There's no turning back. So my navigational deflector level 2 has a chance to create echo displacements to full Kazon sensors. Let's get our invisible reinforcements in place, Ensign. Yes, they've taken the bait. A few Kazon raiders are retreating. Any news from the Talaxians? Negative, Captain. We're on our own. Well, that's great. Ah, Janeway. I believe it is time we ended our little game. Voyager will be finally mine. Will finally be mine. Oh yeah, I agree. This is going to end today. Oh yeah. This isn't a game, Kulla, but you're right. This will end today. Battle stations. So Kulla's a 66. The Kazon swarm vessel's a 28. We got this.
What are your orders, Captain?
Well, we start by engaging Kulla, I think. And once again, I'm going to take out his shields as quickly as possible.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Seems pretty robust on the shields, I gotta say. But we'll get there.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
We're getting
Enemy's fled,
yeah.
Captain.
Okay. Enemies fled. Target. The other
Moving to
one.
attack the starboard side, Captain.
What are you doing? Come on, get
Ability
over there.
ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Alright, we win. Excellent. We get some deuterium, some duranium, and morale. Good. We did it, Captain. We won. Shields are down, Captain. Without taking a hit, engineering report. Something's blown up a primary plasma conduit from the inside. An intruder? You don't say. Michael Jonas? Never! Just little old Jonas, Captain. Seska told me you were foolish, but this is pushing it. I thought it was all over when you found out about the deleted logs, but you dismiss it as technical issues. I did not. I have no competent crew who's going to chase you down. We are being boarded, Captain. Kazon troops on decks 5, 6, and 7. Everyone stand down. No one else needs to die. I'm going to talk to Kulla. What? What? Hello, everyone. Missed me? Welcome back, Seska. Majikole, I did it. I hope you're pleased with my silence. The Mage speaks, and the stooges listen. Kulla, I'd like to discuss what happens now. Discuss? There's nothing to discuss, woman. Your ship and technology are mine. Seska, the Vertium Cortinade. I want to leave the Hanon system as soon as possible. What's in the Hanon system? Your new home. You'll love it. Lovely little planet. Your crew is being transported to the planet, Janeway, but you'll stay as my little trophy. You disgust me, Kulla. Ha! Everyone gets what they deserve, don't they, Janeway? I'm hoping we can get the stream back. Kulla. Ha! Everyone gets what they deserve, don't they, Janeway? You'll stay as my... You disgust me, Kulla. Ha! Everyone gets what they deserve, don't they, Janeway? I'm hoping we can get the stream back. Okay, yeah, that was a fine time for my router to go, you know what? I don't like working here. That was very frustrating. Obviously, we just had an entire event there where, for some reason, Janeway went, you know what? I give up the ship without a fight. You guys can have it. And now the entire crew, except for Janeway, is now abandoned on Hanon 4. Yeah, we're going to read this again. You didn't get it on the stream. I'm going to read it again for those of you not watching but listening. Abandoned. The familiar silhouette of Voyager shrinks into the distance, leaving behind the entire crew, stranded on the desolate plains of Hanon 4. Only Janeway remains on board, a hostage in Kulla's grasp. The crew watches with heavy hearts as their ship, their home, and their captain disappear over the horizon. Kulla, a Kazon Ogla ship is approaching. The Ogla? What do those spineless sandworms want? That's Jabin. Ah, Kulla. I see you finally succeeded in your little endeavor. Jabin, what do you want? Captain Janeway and I have unfinished business, and Voyager is my compensation. You're still holding a grudge about that array thing, Jobin. You couldn't seize it then. You're certainly not going to take my ship now. A division of the spoils, perhaps, and Janeway's punishment? That's all I'm asking for. If I make them fight, maybe I can make us end up on Hanlon 4 again. What? Sure, why not? What was that? Sensor is picking up on... Sorry for being late, Captain. Looks like you could use some backup. Well, yeah, great, Tom. I suppose I could. A swarm of 5 small Talaxian ships. Yeah, 5 Talaxian fighters, Mage. We meet again, Cullah. Your little raid is over. We have you outnumbered. Well, Cullah, it looks like you got your hands full. I'll leave you to it. Good luck with your little predicament. Coward! Ah, this is my ship. My ship! We don't stand a chance. You Kazon have no idea how to fly this ship, let alone how to do battle with it. We should retreat to Hanlon 4. Do it, damn it. Let my crew be ready. What kind of a wake mission can we do? Well, that was a long one. Wow, there's a lot to do. Still don't have Tom. That's going to make the Fed stuff real tricky. And the first mission is science or... Great. Well, you're coming. And... Do I bring Carrie? Do I bring Kim? If I bring Kim, he boosts the science. And will boost the mechanical. I could bring Kess. Kess is less able in that regard, and she could help with the negotiation, admittedly. If I bring Klingon B'Elanna, she doubles in on stuff we already do. Honestly, Tuvok is really good at phasering things, and is really good at negotiating. Let's bring Harry. And... but if I do that, I can't do any of the Fed stuff. I'm basically doubling down on the science. Or hoping I can do Harry and then do B'Elanna on the medical, and then we do Tech or Phaser. Then we have to definitely use Tuvix here. Then it's either Tuvix or repairs. This is Tuvix again. And then this is Tuvix or these guys. Should work. How does it look if I do Carry? If I do Carry, it does expand my options. I don't know how bad off these Federation challenges are going to be. He's only at 26. It's not going to be great. You know what? Harry's also quick-witted. It might come in. Alright, this'll do. Listen, everyone. Our captain will find a way back, but we need to be ready. First things first, water. Okay. So, if we had Chakotay, basically, he's a survivalist, we could have built a solar still to capture water. Impossible. Can't do it. Send a team to look for water in nearby caves. I mean, we can assign people to do it, but it doesn't do much good. There's a very small chance of pass. Analyze the surroundings to locate water. Kim's pretty much got that covered, which is good. Means that we do have B'Elanna available for the second round, so let's do that way. Well done, Ensign. Careful analysis reveals a patch of unusually green vegetation. The crew traces it to a hidden spring, providing much-needed relief. Good. And 12 science. We like that, too. We need to find food fast. So the only one who can do anything here is B'Elanna. So, really, there's no decision to be made. Well done, human Balana. After careful examination, several plants are identified as safe and nutritious. They provide meager but sustaining meals for the crew. Very good. So got some food, got some more research. Sun setting, we need shelter for the night. Yes, you do. Gonna need Tuvix for the next round. So I'm gonna prefer we build a makeshift shelter. And we can really do that really well. And then they'll have next round off. So, or, no, we'll do it really well. Yeah. Because, regular success. Okay. Crew constructs a rudimentary shelter. Night passes without incident. The crew awakens ready to face a new day. Till they see they are surrounded by natives of the planet. So that's 36 uranium. Nice. No sudden movements. Sure. Calm them down with your voices and body language. Hey, this is a Tuvix specialty. You got this, Tuvix. With the crew's careful gestures and soothing words, the locals lower their spears. Suddenly, Voyager appears above them, followed by Talaxian fighters. They land, and the battle continues. 300 morale, 12 science. The Kazon and Talaxians are fighting each other. This is our chance to retake Voyager. You're on the surface of the planet. But sure. Enter through the cargo hatches. Sure. You guys got this. A critical success. Crew bypasses the ship's security systems and opens a cargo hatch. They slip inside undetected, ready to take back their ship from within. Which we wouldn't have to do if we hadn't let the boarding parties land unopposed. You know, Captain must be on the bridge. Wait, someone's coming our way. A huge Kazon warrior. Be on your guard, everyone. If I had a Kazon crew member, we could pretend to be loyal to him and get past him. We can intimidate his fellow warriors. Or I can confront him directly. Which does pay me some dilithium, which I like. Critical success. The crew overcomes the warrior, forcing him to retreat in defeat. The crew presses on to the bridge. 4 dilithium, 45 titanium. Nice. We've reached the bridge, Captain. Janeway must be... We reached the bridge. Captain Janeway must be here, along with Kulla and Seska. So, we can storm the bridge. Admittedly, Tuvix a little fatigued right now. That would be 300 morale and 3 dilithium. We can hack into the system and to fake a self-destruction sequence. I kind of like that, because that looks pretty good and it gets me 48 science. Or we could create a diversionary explosion, because, you know, explosions. That gives me some duranium and more titanium, which I probably can't store. I think we do this one. Choice has consequences. Crew initiates a fake self-destruction sequence. The Kazon abandon the bridge. The crew rescues Captain Janeway and subdues Kulla and Seska. Voyager is reclaimed. That's a lot of XP for these guys. Nice. Nice. Hey, Tuvix is now level 8. Sweet. And, right. Commander McGinnis. A close call, Captain. It's good to be back. Yeah, nobody really missed you, McGinnis, but sure. It's good to have you back on the bridge, Commander, and call it my bridge again. How many Kazon are still present? We have taken a number of prisoners, Commander. Releasing them on Hanon 4 would be frugal. However, there are prisoners whose fate you may wish to decide on an individual basis, Captain. Michael Jonas. You look good, Captain. Do you have a new haircut? I mean, quite often she did. Crewman Jonas, you stand accused of treason against the Federation. Seska, she manipulated me, threatened me. I had no choice. Confine him to the brig for a long time, or forgive him. You know, you blew up like several conduits, several rooms. You caused me an awful lot of heartache. And none of it was really as dumb as me just letting the boarding crews take over the ship unopposed. But, you know, you made that happen by knocking down the shields. You're going to the brig. You chose betrayal over loyalty, Mr. Jonas. You will spend the remainder of your journey in the brig. When we return to Federation space, you will be court-martialed. Morale 400. No, Captain, please. I'll do anything. Don't lock me up. Lieutenant Nunez, please remove Mr. Jonas from my bridge. There is someone else waiting for you, Captain. Cullen. Are you satisfied, woman? This is what you wanted, right? To see me broken and defeated? Your ambitions have led you here, Cullen, not me, but it ends now. What you want me to do? Surrender? Beg for mercy? Exile alone? On Hanon 4 with the other Kazon strikes me as just like setting him up with his own personal goon squad down on the planet. He'll just be in charge down there. Leaving him to the other Mages, they'll definitely mock him mercilessly, if nothing else. Exile alone has its appeal. You can go hang out with Chakotay somewhere, wherever the hell he went. Let's leave him to the other Kazon Mages. I won't do anything. The Mahes will decide your fate. You drag them into this, and now you'll face the music. Morale plus 150. You wouldn't dare. They're already on their way. May they show you the same mercy you showed your enemies. This isn't the end of Janeway. Mark my words. I think Majay Kula has graced us with his presence long enough. Take him away. One last prisoner, Captain. About time. You made me wait an eternity in that brig, Janeway. I thought you liked me. The game is over, Sesko. Game? This was never a game to me. This was survival. Your actions have caused suffering and destruction to the friends and family who trusted you. And you haven't. You stranded them in the Delta Quadrant, forced them to fight for their lives. I offered them a way out. I actually tried to bring this ship back to the Alpha Quadrant using the array against everybody's strong instructions. We failed. We weren't able to activate the transport signal and go back. So we actually tried and failed, Sesko. But the game doesn't account for that, I guess. A way out that led to more bloodshed. You're no better than the Kazon you manipulated. I am Cardassian. I do what is necessary to survive. So I could offer her redemption. I could use some actual effective crew. And, you know, we can send her to exile alone. We can confine her to the brig, have someone for Jonas to have company with. I really am not keen on permanent people in the brig in the first place, and I would rather have not had sent Jonas there, honestly, but the option was to forgive him, and I wasn't going to do that either. I'm actually more inclined to forgive Seska. She's always been very open about what she's doing once she was revealed. Let's try it. I bet it's not a popular choice. But I'd like to have someone competent in my hero group again, other than what I got. Your choice has consequences. Sesko, you were once a member of Voyager's crew. I believe in redemption. It's not too late to make amends. I'm certain Jonas is happy to hear that Seska's gotten forgiven. Morale minus 300. Yep. Redemption? I'm afraid it's too late for me. Consider it, Seska. It's never too late to choose a different path. This is unexpected and too good to be true. I'm not stupid. I don't believe you. Double down. She'll get a second chance. 75% chance. We'll see how it goes. It won't be easy, Seska. Rebuilding trust takes time and dedication. Success. And we recruited Seska. I can't believe, after everything, you're either a fool or stronger than I gave you credit for. All right, I'll stay. Captain, the warp coils have been repaired thanks to Verdium Cortinide. Great news, Lieutenant Lonnie. Thank you. Captain, a minute of your time. Once we're past Kazon territory, we're practically knocking on the Borg's front door. Scary stuff. Perhaps we could scout ahead to avoid any unpleasant surprises? Good thinking, Mr. Ziban. We'll send a probe to scout ahead. Before that, however, I would like to say a few words to the crew. The Kazon have tested us in ways we never imagined possible. We faced a ruthless enemy, internal betrayal, and a constant struggle for survival. But through it all, we persevered. The scars of this conflict will remain, but they serve as a reminder of our strength and of our commitment to returning home. Sector 5 complete. We weren't quite done in this sector, so I'm going to stay here for the moment. So you can see we do have a Class M planet to attend to. And we happen to be there. So, I mean, that's great. I didn't have to travel all the way back. What time is it? 2:47? I suppose we got a little more time. Let's see, morale is fine. Got 2 gel packs. Battery's full. Yeah, okay. Deuterium is full. Good. We got some food. We have 116 research. I can start a project, which I should do. I want the improved phaser fire rate. Okay. So, that's something we can do right now. Right? Right. Hull repairs are underway. I could now increase power output. To do so increases our deuterium input from 36 to 48, but it does get us a significant amount of power, which I can use to use the holodeck. So I'm going to wait on that for a moment, just because I'm not going to waste the power, but we will increase our power output and then bring that online. So I'm way over there. Okay. Well, let's go shopping. Okay, the holodeck is fixed. That would put us over power by a significant amount currently. But we can fix that. There we go. That gives us a significant amount of spare power, which means I might as well just turn this back on. I lack the crew to operate that. Interesting. I need more crew to be able to operate this power level, or I need more efficiencies. That's my holodeck. Interesting. Okay. If I'm running the holodeck, we could save power by going to emergency rations. Yeah, it gives me a lot more time. But you know what? We're trying to rebuild our morale right now. There's some titanium we had. Can't store it. I do want the duranium. Standard. Okay. Yeah. And I could swing by this repair station so I can, have a repaired hull. That'd be nice. I can trade titanium for hull. Not trading a bioneural gel pack, I could trade duranium. Yeah, this will fix us. Excellent. That means I can take this team off of that. They're no longer consuming some of my uranium. This planet is mineral ore lush with plant life, and I have to decide one or the other to go for. But we might as well. It's on the way. So I can gather food, or I can gather duranium. Duranium, I can hold 80. Food, I can hold about 203. That's not really much in the way of food. We'll go for the duranium deposits. Well, that didn't work out terribly well. 5 crew are severely injured, and I got 40 duranium, but because we lack crew, my metaphysics shield room is offline. Okay. What would I shut down instead? How many crew am I shy? I got 5 spare. This would give me 2. This needs 7. So, okay, if I switch that off, switch that on, that's us at the limit, but my 5... I only have 5 idlers? Right. We're going to need more crew. Finally, I'm saying that. I now have some energy, so I'm going to build maybe some crew quarters here in front. Or do I go cheap? Yeah, let's drop in an emergency quarter. I'm not really seeing the advantage of the regular crew quarter here. Now let's pop in over here. Visit a total of 150 points of interest is the thing that just popped up. Captain, we're within hailing range of Frazier's colony. They're already hailing us. Looks like someone's eager for good news. On screen. Welcome back, Captain. How did it go? It wasn't easy, but we retrieved the field generator. I mean, that's not a lie. Splendid, Captain. This will mark the beginning of a new era on our planet, an age of freedom and prosperity for our collective. Collective? Wait, collective? That sounds awfully familiar. I don't think there's a point in hiding it anymore. We're all Borg. So you weren't just dumped on this planet, you were assimilated by the collective? At Wolf 359, I was a science officer aboard a Starfleet ship. 5 years ago, Storm severed our link to the collective. We woke up free, we salvaged what we could, and came to this planet to start over. Well, what happened afterward? Sounds like a new beginning to me. What went wrong? Drawbacks of individuality, Captain. Instead of depending on each other, we fell back into old habits. The joy faded fast. Faced with cultures we didn't understand or were taught to hate, we turned hateful. Then came the violence. Fighting, the raids, all because of this. That's why we needed a field generator, to reestablish the neural link amongst former Borg. Linked, we had no conflict, no crime, no hunger. We lived as one, in harmony. Oh, McGinnis has something to say. This is probably where Chakotay would say something, because this was originally a Chakotay episode. Commander McGinnis, a so-called harmonious family bent on violent assimilation. Captain, I'd think wisely about your decision. You don't say. The Doctor, neuroelectric field generator could be a significant asset, provided a proper deborgification is performed. It could cut our patient recovery time in half. Please, Captain, we're no longer Borg. We learned. We just want to use what's good from our past to build a safe, productive community. I'm not going to destroy it. That seems like a huge waste. I put a lot of effort in trying to get that thing. I also don't want to start a sub-Borg collective here. I'm keeping it. Possibilities of field generator are intriguing. It could be key to getting home. I'm sorry, but we'll be keeping it. Morale minus 500. It's unbelievable, Captain. You doom us to die in conflict for your own personal gain. You'll have to find another way of living together as individuals, as other societies did for centuries. Ensign, end the transmission. I want main engineering to see if Voyager can use this neuroelectric field generator. Captain, do our goals really justify any and all means? I just don't feel comfortable with the thought of this technology. We'll be careful. Noted, Ensign. We'll use it cautiously, responsibly. We're not going to let it change who we are. Helm, resume original course. So that completes Unity. 5 dilithium, 250 XP for Janeway. Yeah, it's a little weird, right? I think we're by and large done in this sector. We're going to hit a fuel point, and then I think we're going to leave. But I think we'll do that next time, because we just auto-saved. So, and it's nearly 3 a.m., so I need to start getting ready to, for bed. I got work tomorrow. Thank you all so much for coming out and listening to me rattle into a microphone while I play this game. I do appreciate you coming out and, enjoying the stream with me. If you got, I would appreciate if any of you had any input, if you had something to say, please go ahead and leave a comment below. Or, a like. Likes are nice. But anyhow, I hope you have an excellent day. Goodbye.